We are going to start our online dictation batch on April 22. If you want to join, then you can direct message me on WhatsApp or Telegram. Get ready for the dictation. 3, 2, 1, start. Wildlife, like trees and animals, is a domestic asset that not only contributes to preserving the natural balance but also has economic, recreational, and aesthetic benefits. There was a time when there were many wild animals, there was no human involvement, and there was little concern for their safety or conservation. But as farming, settlement, industry, and other forms of development increased, along with man's greed in general, the number of wild animals steadily declined. Because of this, some animal species have already gone extinct or are in danger of doing so. It also provides stability to different natural processes. Wildlife conservation is a well protecting wildlife population, ecosystems, and plants. Each species in the world needs food, water, shelter, and most importantly, reproductive opportunities. One of the main causes of wildlife's ongoing decrease is humans' appetite for more, which has resulted in habitat degradation and deforestation. Animals have been compelled to retreat further into the shrinking forests as a result of human expansion and urbanization, which has resulted in the destruction of trees for the construction of dams, highways, and towns. Recent decades' rapid population increase has resulted in rapid industrialization and urbanization, which has had a negative impact on wildlife due to habitat degradation and temperature rise brought on by global warming and severe environmental pollution. Wildlife is increasingly in danger. Worldwide, there is a significant market for animal skin, flesh, bone, and other byproducts, which has caused the population of wildlife to decline. Animals are killed by poachers so that their organs might be sold illegally. As an illustration, rhinoceros and elephants are both targeted for poaching in Assam for their horns and ivory, respectively. The extinction of many animal species, including tigers and deer, is a result of people's desire to keep animals in captivity or their desire to eat specific creatures as unusual food. Many species have been extinct or are in danger of going extinct because of forest fires, food shortages, and an increase in predators, extreme weather, and other unrelated factors. For instance, numerous animals perish each year as a result of recent forest fires in the Amazon, Brazil, Uttarakhand, India, Australia, etc. To maintain the ecological balance, a wide variety of animals, birds, and other fauna are required. They are thought to be essential for experiments and scientific research that will aid humanity. Another key factor in the decline of wildlife is deforestation. Wild animals are being mass murdered all around the world for their flesh, bones, fur, teeth, hair, and skin, among other things. Now, more than ever, it is essential to conserve animals. The natural habitat of wildlife is under strain from a variety of factors, including pollution, urbanization, and expansion of agriculture and cattle and road construction, along with illicit hunting, habitat loss, and degradation, have put the biodiversity of large areas in peril. In order to maintain a suitable environment for the man whose very existence is in danger. Today, wildlife preservation does not entail blanket protection for all species of fauna and flora. Instead, it entails proper, prudent control over the proliferation of crops and animals that communicate. Most wildlife was destroyed after recovery in the past as a result of the irrational use of the Earth's natural and biotic resources. It is our direct duty to protect the ecosystem's beauty and to create a system of cohabitation with all other living things. Although the world's governments must be very specific when it comes to protecting wildlife, the amount of wildlife is decreasing daily. An international organization called the World Wildlife Fund performs an admirable job for promoting the preservation of wildlife. The conservation of animals is a concern for national organizations. India is a good example where several steps have been taken for wildlife conservation. It is a country of varied wildlife where more than 500 types of wild animals, 2100 types of birds, and about 20,000 types of reptiles and fishes have been found. According to an estimate, in India, about 200 species of wild animals and birds have already become extinct, and another 2,500 are on the verge of extinction. In India, the government and NGOs are taking keen interest in the protection of wildlife. The Wildlife Protection Act 1972 has several provisions for the conservation of wildlife. As many as 165 game sanctuaries and 21 national parks have been developed to protect the natural habitat and wild animals. Apart from this, a wildlife conservation week is also celebrated from 7th of October every year, but still there is a long way to go in this direction. Wildlife has to be protected and conserved right now. The following list of extensively used conservation initiatives includes to research and compile all available wildlife data with a focus on the quantity and evolution of animals through preserving forests habitat is protected, defining the areas of their native habitat, protecting animals from the effects of nature's risks and pollutants, no hunting or taking of wildlife at all, to set restrictions on the import and export of wildlife items and to punish individuals who engage in such activities severely, creating game sanctuaries for specific species of animals or other forms of life. To protect those severely restricted species, special arrangements should be implemented to develop a general awareness of domestic and worldwide wildlife protection. The implementation of a wildlife management system by qualified staff. Our planet's wildlife is an essential component. Animal life is important to the ecology and food chain. A disruption in their population or in the worst situations, their extinction can have profound impacts on the environment and humanity. The relationship between humans and nature is improved by appreciating and conserving forests and wildlife. We want the peacocks dancing with their beautiful plumage and the roar of the lions to be heard by future generations, not only seen in picture books. We must act now or it will be too late, and we must always keep this in mind. Stop. Thank you.